I woke up, but I could not speak. I tried to call my mother, but no sound came from my throat. My lips moved, my breath pushed out, but there was nothing. That was the moment I knew King Odamu had taken my voice. King Odamu ruled our village with fear. He had eyes like black stone and a face that never smiled. People whispered that he had power, real power. Not the kind that came from soldiers or weapons. Something older. Something darker. Every year, during the full moon of the harvest season, one person in the village lost their voice. Just like that. No sickness, no wound, no explanation. They would wake up and find their words gone. Forever. No one knew why. No one dared to ask. But the ones who lost their voices all had one thing in common: they had spoken against the king. I did not mean to say anything bad. That night, I was sitting with my mother and uncle by the fire. My uncle spoke of the past, of the time before King Odamu. He said the old chief was kind, that the village was free. I asked, then why do we let the king rule us now? My mother's face turned pale. My uncle grabbed my wrist so hard it hurt. Do not speak of such things, he hissed. His eyes darted around, as if the shadows could hear. I laughed. But why? What can he do? No one answered. The next morning, I woke up, and my voice was gone. I tried to scream, to cry, but all I heard was silence. My mother held me, her body shaking. My uncle did not look at me. I ran outside. Others were already awake, staring at me with pity. They knew. They had seen it before. A boy, 2 years ago. A woman before that. An elder before her. King Odamu sat on his high wooden throne in the center of the village. He watched me. His face did not change, but I felt something in his gaze. A pull, like hands reaching into my throat. Then, I heard his voice inside my head. Not with my ears. Inside. You spoke too much. I turned and ran. But where could I go? There was no escape. The ones who lost their voices never left the village. They became shadows of themselves, their eyes empty, their steps slow. They never laughed. They never cried. They just existed. And now, I was one of them. The king had taken my voice. And one day, I knew he would take more. Some say he is still there, ruling in silence.